welcome to another edition of the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. I am your host, Zach Grantham, I promise, although fighting losing my voice last night. But we are here, and we do want to thank our sponsor, The Point Restaurant, out there at Grand Pepe Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. And so very excited to introduce you to our two guests that we have with us today. We have Mike Shaw, president of the Denison Genealogical Society, and Hellen Eller, who is the vice president. How are y'all doing today?
We're great.
Good.
And apologize for the voice. I've been doing the throat coat tea and the cough drops and all that other stuff just to be able to go through it. But we're so excited to have y'all here today. And so tell us about your society, the DGS.
Well, it stands for Denison Genealogical Society. We started in 1977 at the Denison Public Library. And even though we have Denison in our name, it's important to remember that we're not limited to Denison. Mm-hmm. We have members from several of the counties surrounding us, and some from as far away as Dallas, Bonham, Gainesville. And we research family histories all over the world at county, state, and national level.
It's very cool.
And so people are welcome even though they don't have ties only to Denison.
One of the things I researched was Germany, and I was able to cross the pond, as they say, and find our living relatives in Germany.
Awesome. That's great.
My immigrant came in 1742, and I was really surprised to find out that they were still in the same location.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's cool to find out. What is a typical meeting like for you guys?
Well, generally, we have guest speakers either from our own society or from other outside places. Mm-hmm. And we try to make time for exchanging information among the members for, I guess you'd say, what we call brick walls. People often run into a place in their history that they just can't get beyond that.
Sometimes our speakers are our local members, and sometimes they are people from outside that talk about genealogy or just local history. Mm-hmm. So, but Mike is also speaking coming up at the Grayson County Historical Society about the Harvey House and the Harvey girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, most of the information I gathered on that came from my own genealogical studies, trying to track my own family.
Yeah.
And my family was mostly railroaders in the Panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of, over the past several years, people have been wanting to know more about their family and kind of where they came from. Y'all feel like this has kind of been like a boom over the past couple of years of this happening?
Not a couple of years, but I'd say the last 10 years.
Okay, yeah, I would say that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just seems like everybody's just really interested more in the last 10 or 15 years about where their ancestors are from.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a saying that you have to know where you came from in order to plan for where you're going.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. All right. Well, we're going to have more from Mike and Hellen coming up here in just a moment from the Denison Genealogical Society. But before we get back to them, let's hear a word from our sponsor. And welcome back to the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. Of course, I'm Zach Grantham. We have Hellen and Mike here with the Denison Genealogical Society. And so maybe somebody's watching this right now and they're like, what the heck is genealogy? Now, I do know I love reading about the genealogy stuff in the Bible. That's very interesting to me as well. But yeah, what exactly, for somebody who doesn't know what that is, what are we talking about here?
Well, genealogy, by definition, is the study of family histories. But one of the things about, at least that I like to refer to as microhistory, if you study history, you're looking at a large area and a lot of people. Microhistory, in my mind, is when you start to focus in on a specific person or people, or a specific place and event. And that turns it into genealogy. You learn everything you can about a particular individual. As you do this, you actually begin to understand some of your family traditions and things that, stories you've heard for years. Where did they come from, and what were they all about?
Those stories, whether they're true or not.
Right.
Which does happen.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. And more recently, we've got DNA studies.
Yeah.
Which people misunderstand. You can't just get a DNA test and find out who all your ancestors are. But it provides a way to, once you run into a paper trail, what we call the brick wall, once you meet that brick wall, DNA sometimes helps you find the right way around it.
So we also, to be able to do genealogy, it's important that you associate with people that are also interested in history and doing their genealogy. And we like to make it easier for everyone to be able to come to our meetings and us be there to kind of guide them and show them where the research materials are and how to get started.
That's awesome. How do y'all get involved in the Texoma community?
Well, we've done it several ways. We do research. In the past, we've done it for the Denison Main Street program for the Dock Holiday Festival. We helped write the story for the wagon tour, the original wagon tour that they did the first 2 years. We've also researched Clora Bryant, the famous international jazz musician, trumpet player, for the mural that she did, that we did in Denison, and then for a documentary on Main Street.
We photographed and we digitized the city directories and some of the tax records, and we made them available that way to make sure they're not destroyed. We acquired the historical books and research material from libraries throughout the county because they were all downsizing their genealogical reference sections. And so we worked with Frontier Village to make sure that we had a repository for all those records and a research center where people can go out to Frontier Village and access all these records in one place.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because those are a lot of old houses and things out there, Frontier Village, that I always love seeing when we're driving, looking at the Christmas lights every single year.
Well, we get involved in that too. That's one of the community
Right. But these were records that they essentially were just going to throw in the dumpster. And we said, wait.
Yeah, don't do
we
that.
can do
That's
something
history
with
right
that.
there.
Right.
Well, and it's important that they be preserved in one spot. People come here from other places, and they need to be able to find what they're looking for without having to say, well, go over to Sherman, I think they're in the library there, or go out to Pottsboro, they're probably there. We've got them all under one roof.
That's awesome. Well, where can people find y'all? Y'all have a Facebook page, website, or anything like that, if people can get some more information with you guys?
We have a Facebook page, and matter of fact, Hellen maintains it.
It's called the Denison, Texas Genealogical Society.
That is awesome. And of course, something that I love history, Texas history, all that. It's one of my favorite subjects in school was Texas history. Loved hearing all about that. But before we let you go, so, back in my day, my dad said that his grandparents always talked about how we were somehow related Jesse James, you know, because I told you that my family's from the Kansas area, and apparently he was from that area too. So we need to talk to y'all about that and see if we can.
I actually had an ancestor that rode with Frank James.
Really? So are you saying we're related right now,
Could be.
possibly? I
Could
don't
be.
know. We'll
You
figure
never
it out.
know.
Maybe.
That would be great. Well, it's such a pleasure to have you on the podcast today.
Thank you.
Helen and Mike, thank y'all so much
Can we
for.
mention that we meet on the last
Yes.
Sunday of each month at the Frontier Village Community Room,
Okay.
and
At 2 o'clock.
at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because it's a Sunday between church services,
Yeah.
and we invite anybody to come and join us. And you don't have to join the society to attend the meetings; they're open. And
Awesome.
talk to our members, and they may be able to help you.
Or volunteer
Come
to
and
help.
ask them about the James.
There you go. I'll have to do that for sure. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for coming on the podcast today, and thank y'all so much for watching this episode of the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. Once again, a big thank you to the Point Restaurant out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma for being our sponsor on the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. Don't forget to follow us and like us on YouTube, and if you see this video on Facebook, be able to share it on your page so you can share it with your family and friends. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time on the Buzz Around Texoma.